Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Do not copy, duplicate, or reproduce this video in any shape, form, or translate this without my consent. Um, how do I differentiate between a prophetic word and as well as a message? God tell me. If it is a message, if it is a prophetic word, while the Holy Spirit is ministering that word to me, or sentence or words, the Holy Spirit will rush me and says, release it. Or the Holy Spirit will says, it is a prophetic word, but you need to wait for the exact time to release it. And sometimes the Holy Spirit says, release it now. And guess what I do? I do my own thing and not releasing it. And you know what happened? Whatever God ministered to me, not to prevent me, to prevent others, is what happened to me. For instance, a couple days ago, I remember God says, um, look out for thieves, people that are going to try to steal information, your private information, such as your identification, identity, bank account information, or even creating a social media account or creating any type of account. Someone is going to try to take that account and then ask you to create, or locked it and ask you to create a second account because they want to hide in your home. Yes, it is your home. When you create something with your energy, I have explained this before. That person that energy, because it is your home, it is your energy, so it's your home. Like your body is your home. Um, like you creating a social media account, that's your home. Why is it your home? Because you're bringing people in. It's something that you created. It's something that you're going to spend a lot of time um, um, doing, and which is the same thing you do when you have a home. You spend a lot of time in your home. Even though you don't spend a lot of time in your home, some of you, you are at work. That place you created, that social media you created, it has become in your home or your workplace, because that's where you spend a lot of the time in. So when the Holy Spirit ministered this to me, I didn't listen. Guess what? Someone was trying to get my identification, a copy of my identity, my identification, in order to steal my identity. But if I released the social media, the word, when God says rush me to to um release the word, and I was obedient, guess what? And God let that happen to me because I didn't release the word. And perhaps some of the people that were supposed to listen to this word did not listen to it because I did not do my part. Now God has to use other alternative to protect those people. Meanwhile, I fell on doing my work. So God allowed that to happen to me to remind me who is the boss. God is my boss. So that's how I know. Like things like that will happen. That's how I know. Okay, God is saying, okay, release this. Other time, how do I uh, um, know that it's a message? It's not. It's not rush. God does not um, push me to release it. I know it's a message because it feels like a message. It's not a prophetic word. A prophetic word is something that you need to do now or else. A message is like, well, you have to release this message, but there's a but. Sometimes the but can be me waiting for confirmation, or me waiting for God to release more, to minister more to me, more information to me about this message, or it's going to be one part near here, and then there is somehow there's going to be another part, or more than one parts. And God will let me know that. How do God let me know that? The way I speak to God, that's how God let me know. So how God will let you know things is how you speak to God, how your relationship with God. That's how you know. So build a relationship with God. That way God can find different ways to speak to you. The same way God find ways to speak to me. God doesn't speak to me um, one way. God speaks to me so many ways. It's like it's a learning experience. It's the way God speaks to me changes every single day, pretty much. Because there is me, um, God using different ways to give me information in order to elevate me, not just elevate, but to help me grow. And the more information you learn, the more ways you learn on doing something, the better you become. It's the same thing with the Holy Spirit. The more ways God speak to me, the stronger and the better I've become, and the more wiser I have become. So it's your relationship with God is you and God. So ask God to teach you, and you don't need to listen to what I said. You don't need to listen to the ways that I talk about, or that I talk to the Holy Spirit, because your relationship with God is going to be different than my relationship with the Holy Spirit. And for those of you who are thinking, who are pretty much silent, silent worshiper, silent prayers, that speaks volume, and it also shows your relationship with God. If you do not like your relationship with God, then I guess you have something you need to change. And this could be the way you pray. I made fun of people who pray silently so many times, because prayers are not to be silently. Prayers are supposed to be loud. Otherwise, why would they create church? Why would they have churches? Because they know people get loud when they people are supposed to get loud when they pray. And if they're not loud, something is not happening. And the way you pray also shows the result you get, the type of relationship you have with the Holy Spirit, how strong you are in the Spirit with God. It shows. Me? Hmm. Someone will come in trying to plot something, and automatically I will get a visit. Someone will come to try to plot something, and while they are plotting it, the same way you see agents of darkness shut down the second heaven is the same way God shut it down with his glory, just to blind them and their trap. Or if someone is looking for me and I said, God, uh, 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 make me invisible, the entire place that I am in will be foggy. Every single place will be foggy for the entire time that I am there. Why? Because that's how God covers me. What is your relationship with God? If you don't have one, build one. And if you're making fun of people who praise louder, people who praise with accents, people who said things that makes you think that are funny, good luck with that. Or people who speak in languages you don't understand what the hell they are saying. What is she saying? I've heard people saying this in the spirit. What the hell? What is your relationship with God compared to my relationship with God? Because if your relationship was so strong in God, you wouldn't, you wouldn't, you would look, but not as much as you're looking at my at me. Pretty much, there's something you need. This is why you tune in, you come back, you listen. It's because you trust that relationship I have with the Holy Spirit. If you didn't, and if you trusted your relationship with God 100%, you wouldn't look outside for anything. So for those of you who are making fun of people's accent while they are praying, making fun of what they say while they are praying, making fun of words that they did not pronounce well according to you while you're praying, or how loud they pray, good luck with that. Or in the language that they pray, what the hell they are saying, you're insulting God. When you doubt someone, or you said to someone, or you're laughing at someone else that is praying, worshiping God, worshiping Yeshua, and you don't think God is watching. And the Holy Spirit is ministering this to me because some people are doing it. And to remind you that there is a higher power watching what you're saying, watching what you're doing, and the way you're speaking. The Holy Spirit is ministering this to me as we speak because I had zero intention of saying these things. Again, for those of you who are insulting, that's what the Holy Spirit says, insulting these people. For those of you who are bad mouthing, gossiping about those people, chosen children of God, and you think God is not watching, be very careful. Again, be very careful. Fear God. The Holy Spirit is giving me strong confirmation. When I said fear God, Rabba She Barekari, God says fear God. Mm. Holy, holy, holy is your name. Holy, 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 that is your name. Holy, holy, holy is your name. Your tent is set in Mount Sinai. You are the lion and the king of the tribe of Levi. Your tent is set in Mount Sinai, and you are the lion and the king of the tribe of Levi. You set your tent in Mount Sinai, Father. You're the lion and the king of the tribe of Levi. You're the lion and the king of the tribe of Levi. You're the lion and the king of the tribe of Levi. Fear God. For those of you who are insulting, the things that you're saying, you don't think that anyone is listening. You're making fun. You think it's funny. It is not funny to God, because that disciple of God, that chosen child of God, is worshiping the Holy Spirit the way he or she knows best, depending on the relationship he or she has with the Holy Spirit. Be very careful. Be very careful. Be very careful, says the Holy Spirit.